Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Central Michigan Chippewas, Mount Pleasant, Michigan. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Akron Zips. Squaring off with another team from the MAC, the Central Michigan Chippewas. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's... And the Zips will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Central Michigan's offense will take the field first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Trying the left side. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Chippewas trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The play-action fake. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. It'll be 3rd and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And here's a fumble way behind the line. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
And the Chippewas decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So Akron's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And, David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a piece, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter, and he can be that, sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
They need him to show up when it matters the most, and there's going to be times in this game like we've seen throughout his career when the defense wants to take away wide receivers or players on the perimeter, and that's when this guy has to show up and shine. He's got vision, he's got cutting ability, he's got speed, but that's got to be on display in this game.
Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. The give is to Williams. And some room to work. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Zips come to the line in the hurry-up.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better
turning it on! And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. And the Zips with the 1st and 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And the defense coming through with the first sack of the day. And I tell you what, this defense, they get so many negative plays, and they play so fast. Sometimes you think when you watch them on tape, they got 12 guys. Last week they pitched a shutout. This week playing a great ball again.
The Zips have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Here comes the heat. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Tight end finds a soft spot. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day as they try to get their act together. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. They get through and it's blocked.
And they had been practicing this all week long. They saw something on film that made them think they could overload them on the right-hand side, and they were able to get back there to block that kick.
First snap of this drive comes from the 32. From the gun, running back gets to give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The Chippewas will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got his man. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. And the Zips headed quickly to the line.
And that's good enough for first down.
To the air on first down. Pressure coming. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Did the work himself. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. Inside a minute to play in the half. Might we get a touchdown after all before the break? Looking to throw on first down. It's caught. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They've really got this offense humming. Just the fourth play of the drive, and it's first and goal.
First and goal, Akron.
They want to throw it. He wants it all. Touchdown, Zips. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Really nice job by this offense. I love it. They were aggressive, moved down the field, got the touchdown, broke the 0-0 seal. This game has not been high-flying by any stretch, but that's how you finish a first half.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Wants to go up top on first down. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, we talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Still on his feet at the 25. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Mount Pleasant today, and welcome into the halftime update. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Kelly Shorts Stadium.
He'll put total leather and get this second half started. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it along the sideline. There he goes. Touchdown, Akron! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Man, if I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
Ready to try the point after.
On for the extra point.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Arkansas is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Hogs have gotten up off the canvas before, and they are capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Tulsa. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Kelly. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Makes a grab on the shot. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Central Michigan. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
Lining up for the PAT.
On for the extra point.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
Central Michigan, 7.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Creates a little space. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The Zips racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball,
He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it inside the 30. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Complete in the middle. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7.
First and goal, Akron.
The snap sets up to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Gant. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. At the end of the quarter, guys, it's Akron holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Off play action. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Zips. Quick strike through the air for the score. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
This guy is such a weapon for this offense, especially down in the red area, because of his speed and his size. He's a nice target right there on the post. You see him. It's just really hard to box him out and prevent him from catching the football. Good decision by the QB, and it results in a touchdown.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth.
That makes the score Akron 21, Central Michigan 7.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Looking left. Makes the grab. It's McIntosh. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Let's see what they've got on second down. Wants to go up top. Finds his big tight end. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. And the Chippewas moving quickly to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. He's sacked. He'll lose a couple on that one as he tried to get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. So now it's second and long. Tight end now in motion. Going to sling it on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth. Converts on fourth down, still going. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Chippewas.
And that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. So just over 90 seconds to go, and this game's probably going to come down to whether they can recover this onside kick.
14.
Well, great job by the hands team receiving there. They're able to spot the kick, fall on it, make sure they keep possession, secure it. Nice job.
Makes one man miss. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback on the keeper. He's in open space downfield. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit more to ensure that this doesn't happen next week again.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College